When you ask most people to think of their minds, they actually think of the brain. Now this is perfectly understandable, of course, because we associate thinking with our brain. But the brain is not the mind. The brain is just another part of our physical body, like our knee or our elbow. You see, we think in our brain, but we think with our mind. Let me just run that by you one more time, because I want to make it clear. We think in our brain, but we think with our mind. You see, your brain is the place where you process your thoughts, but you think with the great unseen part of you, which we call our mind. And nobody has ever seen the mind. And for good reason, because the mind is invisible. We can't see, hear, smell, taste or touch the mind. It's the hidden part of us. But it's where all the power lies. It contains all the solutions to all our problems. Now, most people are pretty clued up on how to use the functions on their mobile phone, mainly because the mobile is a physical object that you can hold in your hand. And secondly, it comes with a set of instructions and diagrams giving you a thorough and detailed explanation of how it works. But how can we correct our mind when we can't even identify or define it? Well, the answer is we need an image to work with. And I am about to show you a never before seen unique image of your mind. And then I will explain exactly how it works, so you can become healthier, wealthier and happier. Now, the image of the mind is created in 3 simple stages. The first stage sees us change the shape of the magnet into the 2 spheres, as shown here. This is purely to make the image easier to work with and understand. Now, as I'm sure you know, there are 2 parts to the mind. We have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And so we let the grey sphere represent the conscious mind and the red one represent the subconscious mind. I will explain a little bit more about the 2 parts of our mind in a moment. In stage 2, we add a body to the mind, because you can't talk about the mind without the body. They are inextricably linked. The mind is the body and the body is the mind. They both form part of who we are as people. It's just that one part, the body, is physical by nature and can be seen, and the other part, the mind, is non-physical and hence remains invisible. You see, your body is just an instrument of the mind, because your mind is contained within every single cell of your body. That's right, your mind is invisibly hidden throughout your entire being. And that's why you can move any part of your body on command, just by thinking about it. In the 3rd and final stage, we morph the image to reveal its final appearance. And notice as this happens, that the mind gets bigger and the body gets smaller. This happens for a very good reason, because up until now we have given all of our conscious attention to our physical body. Understandably, of course, because it's our body that we are most aware of. After all, it's the reflection of our physical body that we see staring back at us when we look in the mirror. Not our mind, but it's our mind that makes it all possible. And it's our mind that moves our body into action, creating our behavior, which in turn leads to the results that we experience in our lives. And let's face it, results really are the name of the game. And by results I mean our health, our wealth and our happiness. So we have to give the mind its proper status. It's our connection with God, or universal consciousness, or source energy, or whatever you want to call this mysterious power that runs the universe. And so quite rightly, the mind should be represented as being a larger entity than the body.